job. I don't know. I can't. It wouldn't work out that well. Yeah. I know. I'm not going to do that because Albert will lose his job. Okay. Alright, love you too. Bye. Sorry, I didn't know you were on the phone. It's okay. Sorry, you know, a little caffeine. Okay. So I just want to back up with you. We kind of have like a good overview of everything, but so we can start really narrowing down to try and find Gannon and everything else like that. I just want to try and get some more specific stuff on everything. Yeah. So I just write some stuff down. Okay. So, so going back to the just a little bit to the fire part. Mm-hmm. You said that Gannon had some stuff on his arms. What part of his arms was that?
My I don't remember, like the inner area.
You just point to like wherever
like
it was.
In this, like in the inner area, like this.
Okay, so like right here.
Yeah, but like the burns were like not like you're thinking like round burns. It was more of like not like burns that are like this. Right here. Mm-hmm. It was more of not necessarily burns, but like a little bit of like skin. Like it was like skin peeling, like in lots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that was like on his left arm, his right arm?
It was on both arms because remember when I came in, I took the covers and like basically like got on top of both of like on him and the fire.
Oh.
Like not like him pushing him on the fire, but like you know like I was just trying to get the fire out.
Okay.
And he was like hanging off the side of the off the side of the sofa.
And he was still asleep?
No, he was like saying my name. Like he was alert, like what's going on because he had just like woken up.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was not having a full conversation with me, but as in just like calling my name, and he's like, I'm so sorry. He kept saying he was sorry. He didn't mean to do it. Daddy's been grounded me for a year. So it was him thinking, oh my gosh, shoot. Like kind of like waking up being like, oh shit, I just made a mistake. Like we would say in the mind of a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Okay. So the next day, you go to, like, you're trying to figure out how to get this carpet fixed. And you said that you had already, you cut the carpet?
I cut the carpet.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you use to cut the carpet?
I had Albert has like these tools that are like wood working tools, like chisels and I don't know the specific name of the ones, but they're like a little saw things. And I just like took the carpet and did like this.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I mean, I didn't necessarily saw it, but I just kind of was like, they're very sharp tools. He has a lot of woodworking tools and stuff in the garage, so I just took one of those things. It's got like a handle and.
What color? Do you know, like, can you describe?
Because I tried with the box cutter, but I couldn't, like, it wasn't like deep enough to like really pull whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I tried a couple times with a box cutter until like it kind of like started the process, but then I had to get like a stronger object or whatever.
Okay.
To do it.
Okay, sure. So you cut the carpet, and then you guys are gonna go try to figure out how to like get this fixed or whatever else. So you said that you went over to like where some new construction is. Do you remember? Can you tell me more about that?
I'm not familiar with the area. I mean, I could if you want me to drive you there, or whatever. I don't know. Like they give you street names if that's what you're asking.
That's fine. But can you just describe it for me a little bit better?
Okay, so like the school, there's the school in the back, and so there's a bunch of new builds that are in the area right near the school.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember, like, when you went to the new builds and stuff like that, was it, like, the first house in, or, like, 12 houses in, or how far in did you have to go?
It was a couple, but I'd rather just go show you, because you're going to quote me on me telling you an estimate of the number, and I don't think that's fair to me. So I can give you an accurate description of which house it was.
Okay. Well, for now, let's go with what you kind of remember. Like, do you remember, did you have to drive far in there or just a short distance?
I don't know what you mean by like far in there.
Like into where the new builds are.
So they're all like, you just go around. It's just like in loops.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're asking. Like
Okay.
How far?
Sure.
I mean, I could show you. I just don't know your terms of distance that you're asking me. Like.
Okay. Well, I guess like so. You're saying that they're like in a loop or whatever.
No, the whole area is in like there's loops, there's streets, there's like different sections of the new build.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's like. I can show you because you're going to quote me on me giving you hand motions and things like that, and that's not fair to me being on a conversation. That's just not fair.
Okay.
And I'm sure if I had an attorney here, he would say we're going to go show instead of just giving you something that would be an estimate.
So you went to the new build, and you found this guy and asked him about...
Yeah, his name was Eduardo.
Eduardo?
He said, or Eduardo. I don't know how to say the Spanish names right, but Eduardo.
Okay.
Something like maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I heard Eduardo.
With like a G?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it might be a J if it's a Spanish. I'm not sure how they did it, but I'm not Spanish, but Eduardo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he said he told you that was his name?
Yeah, he said Eduardo.
Okay.
Yeah. And so maybe about like 5'8", really skinny. He had on a tool belt. Had on like a sweater vest, like a sweater vest, like a cold weather vest. I think it was red. I don't really remember exactly, but he did have blue jeans on, and he had on the combat boots or whatever. I'm assuming in my mind that this was just somebody who was he looked like he was like a legit worker. There was people, like on the houses. There was people working in different areas, so I didn't think it would that he was a legit, not necessarily a contractor, but someone that was going to be able to...
Someone knowledgeable to be able to...
Yeah, right. Okay. And I didn't explain to him what had happened. Like, I didn't say, okay, this happened. I said, we need a piece of carpet. Do you have the carpet for this model of home? Okay,
and what did he say?
He said yes, and I was like, do you have the carpet? And I gave him like a hand reference of like the size that I would need, and he said yes, we have a roll for that. They have the I don't know if he said they had all of them have the same in those model homes or the same color. He was saying something along, I don't really know the definition of that, but some certain homes have the same exact thing and everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you might have the same floor in one, the same, because a lot of the homes are the same every 5 houses or whatever.
Right. So like they have like 3 or 4 houses that they build over and over and over again.
Right.
Okay. And they put the same finishings in them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was my assumption that I had taken from that.
Okay. Right. And so he said that they had it, and then what happened next as far as like him having it?
So
do you need to get that?
No. It was I just always check it, make sure it's not my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you don't worry, Mom.
Sure.
So he said he was going to bring the carpet and fix it, and I gave him the code to get into the garage.
Okay. And you had mentioned that you thought maybe you would find somebody that would want to do like a side job or whatever else.
Right.
Like how much did he say he was going to charge you for doing this and for the carpet and stuff like that?
Right. So we never had made that that conversation. I just said, hey, and I'll give you a small donation. So what I did was I said, okay, I think my ex-husband, Harley's dad, he used to like work in sheetrock and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So in my mind I'm thinking little jobs like this back home would have been like $10 an hour. Here it's probably a little more, like $15, $20 an hour, whatever. And I said, I'll give you a small donation. You didn't ask me earlier about this part, so sorry if we left that out.
Okay.
And I said, I'll give you a small donation, and then in my mind a donation was going to be $50. So that's exactly, I had cash, and that's exactly what I had was the $50 like on the counter, and I explained that to him, that it would be on the counter. Thank you for doing it. Make sure the garage is closed. And like I said, you didn't ask me all that, but I did go through a conversation. I just didn't be like, hey, bring your carpet. Here's the
Sure, and that's why we
I didn't want you to think that, because
that's why we do
not what happened. I went through the process of make sure you close the garage back. We have a security system. I told him we had cameras. I talked it up through the conversation.
Okay.
To let him know that this is the steps and the processes and stuff like that to follow.
Okay. So let's let's talk about that conversation a little bit, just because we didn't, and that's why we go back and get, you know, more information and everything else like that. So, he says he has the carpet, and then, did you ask him, like, okay, can I just have the carpet, or did you ask him, like, can you fix it for me, or did he volunteer to fix it for you?
What do you mean just have it?
Like, did you ask him if he would just give you the carpet, or like...
I was going to be like a package deal, I was assuming, because it's just like, I wasn't asking for, like, the carpet for the size room. I gave him, like, the like, the size. So in my mind is, if he's bringing a scrap, like rolls or scraps or whatever, that's already some extra from the job.
Okay. So you didn't ask him to just, like, bring you carpet so you could fix it. You asked him to come and fix it for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, I had it in my mind to fix it, but then I was like, you have to measure, and then, like, because I changed tools, like, one side was going to be like this length, so if you cut it different on that side, and it just was a little out of my thought process so that I could
do it. Yeah. Have you, like, if you've never done carpet before, I would imagine that, like, trying to patch something would be kind of hard, especially if you had to use different stuff to cut it. Okay. Okay. So he agrees to come to your house to fix it, so you give him the address.
Yes. I went through the whole spiel of, here's where it's at, like, here's money, how much, you know, we do back home. I mean, it was probably like a, you know, good 2-3 minute conversation of the specifics that needed to be done. And I did that out of panic because I needed to get it fixed. I didn't want to put it on Craigslist because people say call me or this, and they upcharge, and we need to replace the whole section and things like that.
And did he tell you, like, what he would charge you, or did you just say, this is how much I'm willing to pay?
No, I just immediately said that I was going to give a donation, like, in the terms of, like, I didn't really have a lot to give you, but can you, like, hook me up? But I kind of was like, can you, like, hook me up, like that? You know, being more of, like, a, please do this for me, I really need it type. I don't have a lot of money.
Like a favor?
Yeah, I mean, because if he's on the job working and he makes so much an hour and can make an extra $50 that day, that was $150 might turn into $200.
Gotcha.
You know, so in my mind of thinking of doing that was back to the times that Harley's dad would do the same thing. You know, he would be like, don't go pay a subcontractor, just go get someone who wants to work after hours, you know, or whatever. And so that was my thought process. That'd be cheaper, faster, someone will come do it right away, and then we're done with the situation.
Okay. So, what did you tell him as far as, like, how to get into the house and stuff like that?
What do you mean how to get? I just gave him the garage code.
Okay.
And I explained where the carpet needed to be replaced. So, I mean, there's no, like, when you enter in a home, there's no, like, specifics. You just upstairs, downstairs. That's it.
Okay. So you told him it was downstairs and kind of the area that it was in, or? You walk downstairs, you would have saw it. Okay.
Like, it wouldn't have been like you needed to go search for it. I mean, that's common sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't
I'm not saying you common sense. I'm saying to the person that's common sense, like, oh, there's carpet, you know. Because, see, I had took the rug right here, when I showed the police when they came, I had took the rug and put, like, a piece of carpet that was on it. But the problem with the piece of carpet that was on it was, that was a piece of carpet that was from the outside.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we walk on it. And
it was like an extra piece.
Right. And I mean, sure, they could have, you know, used the same carpet, but I needed a carpet to fit a specific size, so if someone had extra carpet, then why not go ahead and fix the whole thing, you know? And we could have a little extra roll for, hopefully if there's ever any emergencies or anything like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Because I thought that there would have been some somewhere. Like...
In your house?
Right.
Okay.
Because, you know, like, sometimes, you know, like, I knew, like, when we had our home, we sold it, we left our square, what are they called, the hardwood floors? We left, like, maybe, like, 10 little sheets and things like that. So, like, I thought, you know, but in my mind, like, okay, no, I'm just going to go. I hadn't seen anything, so I had to, you know,
go find it,
yeah.
Okay.
And you act so much differently when you're trying to be impulsive and hurry up and get it done, quick decision, when I probably could have just been like, hey, you know, let's look at something that we have, maybe in the back corner, we could have cut a piece out or something like that, but I didn't want to go messing up another lady's house.
An old lady's house?
Another lady's house. Like, it's her house. Like, the renter, like, the owner, we rent from them.
Okay, so you rent. Okay. Yeah. I thought you guys owned.
No.
My bad. Okay. So, so you left, so you went there, you said that he was about 5'8"?
Yeah.
Okay, what color hair did he
I
have?
say 5, because my husband's 6 foot, just a little bit shorter, skinny, dark hair, like dark hair like mine. You might think I'm Hispanic, so like I'm really brown in the summer, but
I have brown hair too, that doesn't mean you're Hispanic.
I know, but people always think that. So skin complexion was a lot darker than mine.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know if you want me to give you like a Sephora skin complexion thing, but I would say like middle to tannish color.
And was his hair, like, did it have texture to it? Was it straight? Was it curly?
Well, he had a thing on his head, so it was like a little, I don't know, like a little hat piece or something. And it was just, I can't tell you like a hairstyle because he had like a little brown like strap thing around it, but it was just like almost like jet black hair.
Okay.
But it wasn't like long.
Okay. And then, what was his face shape like?
Maybe like a little chubbier than mine.
Okay.
Like more rounded.
Was there anything about his face that like stands out that would help us be able to find him? Like that would we be able to be like, that's the guy right there? Like, did he have?
Well, I would notice there was like, sounds bad saying, but like maybe like a little bit of is it craters or like the little holes. I don't say holes. You know, like, you know how you can see some people and it's got like a little like holy like skin from the acne.
Like acne scars?
Yeah, like scars.
Okay, yeah, that's really good stuff.
Yeah,
so don't feel bad about telling.
So like acne, like scars were kind of like present just a little bit there.
Okay.
And not bad though, not like, you know, super bad, but it could have been like even more like wrinkles or like whatever. But it's just a little section of like right here, but you can tell it was just like from like age or whatever.
Okay.
Or maybe even from dryness. I don't know. I wasn't giving him a skin consultation, but I do remember there was like little spots here.
Okay. Did he have any facial hair?
Yes. He had a mustache that went right here, like around in this area, and that was completely it.
Okay.
It went like this here. Like the...
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you this because I don't know how to say the wording.
Okay, just a mustache.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said his hair was like jet black.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember like could you tell approximately how long it was?
For his hair?
Like, was it long, short?
Yeah, I just told you that. I just said it wasn't long. It was, the belt like barely fit around it and like flat, like, you know, like little flat pieces here.
Mm-hmm.
So, not bald, but not long. Nothing was hanging on on the shoulders or anything like that.
But it wasn't like a military cut or anything like that?
Yeah, no. Not a military cut or anything at all.
Okay. So kind of like medium length.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, how old do you think he was?
I would say easily late 30s, early 40s.
Okay.
But, and based upon me thinking that too, about the facial structure. You know how you can look at some people's skin and the elasticity or whatever it is different. So like those little, you could tell that had been there for a while.
Okay.
Almost like it was like I don't want to say a sunburn, but almost like you could just tell something had been. That's a very unique feature I just wanted you to have, because that wasn't something that, you know, like, hey, did the person have lipstick? This was, you know, on their face that's going to be permanent.
Sure. Do you remember seeing any tattoos or any other like large
I didn't remember seeing. I just remember the vest. I didn't see any tattoos. He had a shirt under the vest. I don't shirt or jacket.
Okay.
I mean, like, I say under the vest, but like, you know how you have the vest over and people wear the shirt? Yeah. That's like a Colorado thing, so that's kind of... Yeah.
What color was the jacket? Do you remember?
I just remember the red part, because remember I told you earlier, I was like, I think it's red, but I was talking about this top layer. That
the vest was red.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know if you remembered what color the shirt was that was underneath.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
And then you said he had boots on.
Yeah, he had on like the Rocky boots, or like the construction boots that everybody wears.
Do you remember what color they were?
Yeah, they were that light tan, like a sand.
Okay.
And he had, remember I told you he had the belt thing. I don't know, everybody has a belt, but I just...
You said it was a tool belt?
Yeah, it was like a strap thing that had a pocket that hangs.
Okay.
Yeah. And and remember I told you that it was jeans. I don't remember like a specific color. It was just, oh yeah, you see somebody, you're like, oh, person in a black shirt, person, whatever. I didn't.
Okay.
I do, but the face did stick out, and I wish I was good at drawing, because I'd want you to notice that or whatever. And it was like more rounded, kind of like craters type things.
Sure. And then, and you went through the fact that, so you guys left there and you went to Petco?
Well, we already talked about, I don't know if I got gas beforehand or not, but I told you guys I would be more than willing to give you the information from exact travel for the route. But we immediately left the Worsted Ranch area, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was, you had said you were going to leave him the cash on the bar. Did you go back and put that there, or were you going to, or had you left that there whenever you left? Or?
No. So we have, I always have, everything that was in with all the notes and everything like that was in the drawer that sits on this side of the kitchen or whatever.
Okay.
I had cash put in there because I had gotten I was playing the lottery, so I had gotten cash back from the lottery, and I had already laid it out on the counter. My mindset was, the reason I already laid it on the counter was not because I had it predetermined I was going to leave it out for a specific person. I already had it laid out on the counter because I was going to give that money to Harley, because Harley has been paying on the dog, because Chance, we finance him.
Okay.
I say finance him, but she's paying him back or whatever, and we always give her a portion of Chance and a portion of her car payment. So I was going to give that back to her anyway.
Okay.
And so in that moment, I don't even remember when I came in that I checked to see that the whole I left her $100, but I didn't check in the moment if that $100, like when I walked in, I didn't say, hey, there was only 20 there, and my mind wasn't thinking about, it was gone, so I thought, okay. But in my conversation with him, here's how much you want to do, donation, blah, blah, blah. So when I come in, I didn't think to go look to see if he left the remainder of the $100. That just wasn't in my mindset,
it was already there on the counter whenever you had left.
Right, and that was just because when Harley got in, I was going to tell her that was usually, either I Zilly her money, or, whatever we pay.
You what?
Zilly.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, everyone else says Zilly, so it's kind of like Apple Pay or whatever.
Okay.
So usually, I Zilly her money or things like that. But Albert knows this. I haven't had my USAA credit card in such a while, so I didn't have a way to go get it or whatever, so I had lottery ticket money.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll just use the lottery ticket money that I'd been stashing to go buy new lottery tickets.
Okay. And do you remember, was that, when you put it out there, was it 20s?
Yeah, so it's always 10s, and the reason it's always 10s is because I tell myself I'm not playing anything above the 10 amount.
Okay.
And I go to the save weight all the time and put it in that machine. So if you put more than $10 in that machine, they're going to keep it, and you have to.
Oh, okay.
You have to ask, I put a 20 in there. You got to spend 20 in lottery tickets.
Okay. So you had $10 or $100 in $10 bills on the counter when you left.
Yes.
Okay. So you weren't worried. You didn't have to go back to put that back out for him before you went out.
Yeah. No, and I didn't intentionally leave it out and say, whatever. In my mind when I left, because I didn't know hey, what time. I didn't have a specific time. I knew I needed to be back before Lena, but usually Harley gets off at 3:15, so I was assuming she might beat me back home.
Okay.
But she worked. Remember I told you they were having people having to take the shifts and all that, so she ended up working till later in the day.
Sure. Okay. All right. So, and then you come home. Let's talk about what happens when you come home. Okay. And I know that that it can be difficult to talk about.
And I did want to talk about that part without. I'm one of those people that tries to not think that mental health is always an issue or things like that. And in my mind, I was afraid of the whole it causes mental health problems, that type of thing. So talking about it, I'm trying to don't think if I'm emotions, I'm trying to be the blocker to think that I'm not going to let that be a stigma that I'm going to have mental health problems because of this. So that's...
No, and what I was going to say is because, I've been a special victims unit detective, and so I've had to investigate different types of assaults and sex assaults and stuff like that with adults and children. Right. And so I just kind of want to let you know, and this is, I would let anybody that I was going to have this conversation know that that's what I've experienced with, and that it can be a hard thing to talk about, and that I understand that. And that it can be kind of a sensitive subject, and like people don't always want to say specifics, but for us, like, to be able to document everything and to be able to really pursue it, we have to get into the specifics, and I just want to apologize up front for that, because I know it can be uncomfortable. Does that make sense? Are you okay? Do I have to talk about that? I don't want it to, like, I don't want to be dreaming in soap anymore. I'm sorry, you don't want what? Like, dreaming. I don't want to dream anymore about it. Maybe I keep saying it. And, like, in my mind, I keep saying it. And I'm trying to block it, and I'm fighting a battle blocking out exactly everything, you know? Sure. Well, so... I mean, if you would just ask, like, and I could say yes or no or something. I just don't want to be, like, really specific in terms of, are you talking about, like, you're going to ask me questions about, like... So what I'd like you to do is start by telling me what you remember hearing whenever you came in that day. And then, and as you walk me through it, I'll have to ask you some questions, okay? Yeah. Okay. So you, and correct me if I get anything wrong, okay? You had said earlier that whenever you came in, that you thought maybe that Gannon had come into the house first.
I'm almost positive he went into the house first, because I had to get the bags that we had purchased.
Okay.
Like the Petco bags.
Sure. And you guys came in through the garage, correct?
I want to say the garage. I'm like 80% that it was the garage, because we parked on the front with Albert's truck.
Okay. So you come in through the garage. Gannon has already come inside. What's the first thing you remember seeing whenever you come inside?
I usually always go in to think about, you know, hey, I need to let the dogs out. Hey, I need to do this. You know, like, that is my mentality, is to go in to do that. And the alarm could tell if no, it won't, because I had put those things on there. See, that's where the hard part is, because I can't give you the exact time, because, yeah, it might. Some of the sensors, remember I told you I had the things going on, and we had put the little towel things on them or whatever? Some of the sensors were picking up, but some of them weren't, so I can't give you the, like, exact time. If I went in, I could tell you if I went in and went upstairs or went downstairs first by the motion. But the motion was all off because I had put
towels.
Right.
You hadn't pulled those down from the night before yet.
Yeah, like, in my mind, that was not, like...
Sure.
Some of them, like the one in the corner, like, hangs off the side, so it might have picked it up or it might have not. So if it wasn't for that, I could tell you by that, did I go straight in and go straight to the basement? Because it would say, like,
well, so
upstairs motion activity.
I want to, so with this kind of conversation, it's really all about what you remember and what your perspective is. Okay.
So I remember it was just basically being, you know, like, normal, because I'm excited. We got, you know, new clothes for the pets, and we're coming in the door, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
The day's halfway through. I knew I had specific responsibilities to continue out through the rest of the night. My brain hadn't said, hey, you need to go check, or anything with the money yet, because I just wasn't on that, you know, that direction yet.
Sure.
I was on the direction. I wanted to work out. I wanted to listen to my music. I wanted to just, like, relax. That was my mindset. So it wasn't to be like, okay, this here, this here, this here. That type of thing.
Sure.
It should have been, because I gave someone the code to get into our house, but in my experience in Lorson Ranch, it's been that, you know, most everyone has people, they give people their codes and let them come in and fix things, and, you know, like, you can do the Amazon packages and have them delivered inside the door. So I wasn't thinking like I need to run in and check, make sure it's okay. If I felt that I was doing a harmful situation, that would have been my first off, I wouldn't have done it, but second off, I would have went in immediately and been like, did he fix what he's supposed to do? Did he think missing from the home? That would have been my initial thing. So it was a normal, I want to listen to music, I want to work out, I don't know, I might have got something to drink, up and down, dogs, that type of thing. That would have been my, mentality. But what I didn't hear anything until I had my headphones on, and I thought, like, it's one of those things where you thought you heard something, because, like, the downstairs, if anybody makes any kind of noise, like a boing, it's like, it echoes really loud.
Oh, really?
Like, it has, like a louder echo through the vents.
Okay.
So even sometimes, whether you were asking about noise counseling or not, even, like, having things on or not, sometimes it's just the way that, they're sitting on there, you'll hear something, and that was a ding, like, almost like an echo noise.
Okay.
And that was, and below my room would be that storage room.
Okay.
So
you were in your room when you heard that?
So when I heard that, I don't remember if I was I know I had the headphones on.
Okay.
So I don't remember if I was in the room or walking back and forth, because I had a big speaker box over here, and then either I played the big speaker or played the headphones, or however on the big speaker back and forth. So I don't know if I was like here, there. Again, I wish I could give you the motion thing, because that would give you a better time, like at 254 to whatever, 255, here, like that. But when I heard it, that's when I was just kind of like, oh, did I hear something? Remember, I even told you earlier, I had a couple of times before I even thought that would be of a concern.
Sure. So when you thought you heard something, what happened next?
So I don't remember if it was one or two times or whatever that I kind of was like doing this here, and like back and forth, and that's when I told you that I, started to walk down the stairs, and I told you that Gannon was on to the right of the area.
Okay.
Like when you walk down the stairs, he was on the right of the area.
Okay.
And the guy was over here.
Okay. And was the guy just out, or?
No, the noise was probably because of like moving around, I guess, or whatever. And the door was like almost not necessarily like a semi-crack, but well, maybe a little semi-crack. I don't know if he was looking out, like peeking out or anything like that. And so I noticed that someone was right there. Okay. And that's when immediately it was just, there was no, it wasn't like, hey, how are you? It was, if someone's in your home, they're not there to, when they're not supposed to be doing whatever, they're not there to just be like, talk to you. It was immediate from then on. That it went to that, and Gannon came in,
okay,
tried to get on.
So
blah, blah, blah.
let's slow all that part down.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you go downstairs, you notice somebody's there. What's the next thing that happened?
So I noticed that he was there, and he had, I told you, when I went in my room earlier, one of the things that I remember triggered, not that it triggered, but I thought was odd, but I had my shades, and I remember I told you my doors were open to the cabinet in the room.
Okay.
So I noticed that they were open, so that kind of in my mind was like, did I leave that open? But that also set off the fact of when your brain runs rapidly and you're looking, you're like, oh gosh, that's why that door was open.
Okay.
That
so like you put it together.
Right. I put it together very, very quickly, and so that part ran back in my mind. And so immediately when he saw that, he saw me. I don't know if the intentions was to us to come in that soon. I don't know the intentions if it was to do anything, because I don't think the intentions was going to be to like take anything from us, because it was he already had on gloves. He already had obtained a gun from our home, like had already done those things, and immediately it was in attack mode for me.
Okay.
And from there, and oh, I didn't mention to you, I did go in the cabinet, because I take a lorazepam for anxiety, and I was like already super anxiety from like having all this, like going on and stuff with the like fire and stuff like that. So I took 2 lorazepams. So I did go in, take two lorazepams and blah blah yada yada.
And that was in the cabinet, the lorazepam, or was that somewhere else?
Like in the kitchen?
No, you said that you went in. So where was the lorazepam?
I'm sorry. Like in the kitchen, we have a kitchen cabinet. I should say that to you.
Okay.
The cabinet that I'm talking about, that the doors are, is a bedroom cabinet. I say cabinet. It's like a armoire, like a smaller one that has doors that open. Okay. I should specify cabinet thing or something.
Right.
The bedroom one, the kitchen one would be where the
medication.
Right. So I did take. That's why I said I think I might have got something to drink or something, but I did take 2 lorazepams.
Okay.
And says that I did do that, and then I did, come down or whatever.
Okay. So just so we're clear, the kitchen cabinet was where your medication was. Describe for me the armoire in the bedroom where the shades and your gun would
So
sit.
you want to know like what's in it or like what?
What does it look like? What color is it?
Sorry, so it's silver, almost like a chromish color with like glass.
Okay.
And it does have handles, like little knobs that you can pull on or what, like pull open.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course they have like I keep my important documents in there, like a passport or.
Does it have drawers or anything?
No drawers.
Okay.
It has the insert.
Like shelf?
Yeah, the shelf.
Okay, perfect. And where does that sit in your bedroom?
If you walk in the room, like say I'm like opening the door, walking in the room, it's exactly right here.
Okay. And does it sit on something or does it have its own feet?
Like it's on feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're talking
Yeah,
about
it has its own feet.
Okay.
Yeah, and like if I had to do like I don't know what, samples or whatever, I just wanted to tell you about the medicine because I didn't want you to be like, oh. Well, I mean, it's prescribed to me anyway, so.
Yeah, sure, that's not
Yeah, and I had already taken one that morning too, so it was just, I don't have to take them in panic attacks, but I just had taken a lot, I don't say a lot of it, that sounds bad, but I don't take any at all unless I'm having a panic attack. And I had.
So it was a little bit more than usual.
Right, just because it was just, like,
okay,
the whole anxiety of it.
So you go downstairs, and you see him, and you said that he had already found a gun.
He had already been in the home, like in our home, like moving, like I say moving, like doing something, because you wouldn't have just walked in and known, hey, there's something here. You just had to go in, and most people would probably look through drawers and things like that. I don't know. I'm not making that assumption. That's what he did. I'm just saying he had already obtained one.
Okay.
I can't speak for what, like what went on or
and
anything
I'm not
of that
asking
nature.
you to.
Okay.
What? Can you describe the gun for me?
So it was our black gun.
Black gun.
I don't know what make and like what the brand was or whatever.
Okay. Was it? Do you know whether it was like a revolver or like a pistol?
Automatic. It's automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah, you just pull the trigger.
Okay. And is that like, and do you know the caliber, maybe?
I think it's the 380 maybe?
380?
Or 9, one of those.
Okay. So you said it was y'all's black gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many guns do you guys have?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind are they?
I don't know the big one that Albert has. It's kind of like an AR something.
Okay.
And then there's the shotgun, and then the two, I think they're both 2 380s.
380?
Yeah, I think it's like a 380, like
Sure.
they're both 380s.
Okay. And are they both black, or like sometimes they have like the colorful one?
Yeah, mine's like a teal color.
Okay. So you have a black one and a teal one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to cover that really quick. Okay. So you go downstairs. He's already obtained a gun. You think it's your black gun?
Well, no, I don't think. I saw the color black.
Okay.
So I was assuming, where I told you that my mind went through that was like
That it was
our black gun.
right.
Now, at that time, I wasn't 100% if it was or not, because there's plenty of black guns.
Sure. So tell me what happens next.
So, do you want me to go through the whole assault again?
Well, we need to know like more specifics about it. So you said you saw him and that he had the gun and then he attacked you. How did he attack you?
I know you said you worked with victims and stuff before. But it's hard to tell someone about people touching you.
Sure, I get that.
little bit.
Like, you want to take a break,
I just, you're wanting me to give you, like, play-by-play, basically, of an assault is very hard for you to ask me to do.
Okay.
That's not like me explaining how to play a game. That's very difficult to explain what you remember.
Well, and we can take it slowly, and you can tell me what you remember, what happened, and stuff like that. You know, I want to make sure that you're okay, and I want to try and find Gannon, right?
Right.
Okay, so the more details that I have, the better it is that I'm going to be able to try and help you and to try and help Gannon.
Right.
Okay?
Well, me telling you about an assault on me is not going to get, like, a faster result unless we, like, actually put some action into it, you know?
What
like,
do you mean?
Like, I don't know, like, action, is it too late to, like, check your body? I mean, is it...
No, it's not.
Like, those type of things, is that,
It's not too late at all, actually. No, it's not. And if you want to do that, we can actually absolutely get that set up so that we can make that happen. So it's definitely not too late.
Is it like a private, like, area, or, like, how does that work?
So what it's called a SANE exam, and they're done by forensic nurses
Okay.
at the hospital.
Okay. So it's like in a actual... People
Yep.
wouldn't know that's what you're there for.
No. And so, I mean, well, obviously the nurses would,
Right.
but not like just whoever else is in the hospital.
Right.
No. And so, because it is like a, because it's a forensic thing and because it's part of a criminal case, you know, obviously this person who assaulted you, you know, so that we could gather evidence to make sure that, you know, when we find them, that we can prosecute them and stuff like that. We would want to take you over there to the hospital, and we get the forensic nurse to come and talk to you.
Okay.
And then they have paperwork to go over with you, just like any other kind of like bureaucracy or anything else like that, right? And they get your permission to gather that evidence from you and to do an exam. Okay. And they're all females, all the nurses.
Okay.
So, and you know, they have their process that they go through, and they collect all that evidence, and then that's turned over to us.
Okay.
So it's not too late at all to do that.
So that was my...
But we need to know what happened, because just like if, you know, like, and this is just like a totally off the wall example, but like if your kid comes in and tells you, hey, mommy, I'm hurt because I fell down, well, you need to know where they fell and how they fell and whatnot, so you can help them.
But that's the easy, easy thing. But when you're doing several different things in your brain, and not to mention you're being violated physically, it's hard to give that specific, you know, details. I remember the pushing me in the room. I remember having my head hit. I remember those things.
Sure. And what I'd like for you to do...
I remember my clothes getting taken off.
Okay.
But I don't want to be telling you this got taken off. I don't want to be on that.
And that's not what it is.
I would tell that to, like, a nurse, you know, in the specifics, so that could assist in the process. But maybe I would. I say I would, but I don't know. It's just a hard thing to be like, okay, your pants are tight. You remember this, you remember that, like that.
Sure. And really, we need to know, like, the narrative of it, and there will be some stuff that I would ask specifics of, and if you remember, you remember, and if you don't, you don't. Or what you can say is, you know, well, I remember that, but I don't want to say.
No, I'm not trying to not tell you anything. I just, it's just a hard process. I guess maybe I'm thinking you're asking me too much details, and maybe I'm overthinking what you're asking me. So do you want me to, like I said, do a play-by-play of what I remember, like as far as, like, clothing?
We'll just start at the beginning and tell me what happened, okay?
So, alright,
Sure.
So, when he pushed me into the room, I remember, like, a battle process of, like, you know, like, back and forth, you know, like, that type of thing. I remember that type of thing.
Tell me more about that, the battle back and forth.
Well, if someone does, he's not much bigger than me, so it's not like it was this big, powerful person. That I feel like I'm fairly kind of a little strong.
Sure.
So it wasn't a just here, get on the ground. It was like a getting, like, move around the room. I don't really remember like which direction.
Sure.
After I hit my head the first time, that's when it started to be a little blur into what was happening next.
Okay. So. And remind me, what was it that you remember hitting your head on that first time?
I think I want to say it was that red and black table. I'm sorry, red and blue table that was in Gannon's room.
Red and blue table?
I feel like it was the red and blue table that was in Gannon's room, because I remember, like, going back to hit my head.
Okay. Okay. And you keep motioning back here. Did you hit the back of your head?
Right, yeah. So, like, it was in, like, well, there was a couple, like, the ground was a big force, but I was also fighting back, so I don't want you to think that it would have been some sort of, and I did have, like, I was gonna, like, show you that I did have the blood in there a little bit, because from the blood, it was a scratch, but I did have the ability to push back some, because he wasn't, like, overpowering, that it was just like, here you go. And
sure.
That sounds awful to say, but
okay. So when you got pushed into the room, and you got pushed, like, you guys are doing this battle back and forth, and you hit your head, did you end up on the ground first?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't. I just remember hitting my head, and I remember the next time I hit my head, and the second time that he came back after me and tried again. So there was a couple of times that I kind of was in and out of it. And
so
not to mention, I had taken lorazepam, a little extra than usual.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, a little bit, I don't know how to say, like, out there. I did not know, I'm like that, but it was kind of like being, like, zoned out a little bit.
Sure.
It was almost like I was out, like, blacked out.
Okay.
Because it was one of those things where I could, like, hear what was going on, but I didn't, like, know what was going on, or vice versa.
What do you remember feeling?
There was not, like pain as far as, like, your female part. I feel like the pain was on the struggle of, like, your body was tired.
Okay.
So, like, it's tired in trying to, like, your brain's telling you don't give in, but your body is just in a tired mode.
Okay.
And that was, it was more of like, and it's almost like I was giving up, but I wasn't, like, once we were, I can't talk about that part.
So are you saying, like, once did he penetrate you?
I remember my clothes coming off. Not my top part.
Okay.
I remember the bottom, and I don't remember if this was the first time or on the second time, which wasn't a successful time. I remember my clothes coming off, like, on the bottom, and I remember having my top on.
Okay.
And I remember I was pushing, like pushing back.
Sure.
And then I, like, out of my mind, it was almost like a little blur, because I hit my head again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you're, like, trying to push up, like, to push somebody off, and you get pushed back down, you hit your head.
Okay.
And then just kind of let it, he actually completed it. Like,
I'm not gonna, here's the thing, is that this conversation, like, what we talk about is not, I'm not gonna run and talk to your husband about, or his ex-wife, or anything else like that. Okay.
I finally just gave, I don't want to say give in, because I didn't agree to it, but at that point, it feels like I I do give in.
Okay. And, thank you for telling me that. I appreciate that. When you say that you gave in and that he completed it, do you...
I don't remember about, when I say completed, I mean as in I was able to have that bolt of energy to get up again, type thing. I don't know if there was completed. I'm not wanting to think about that. That's just disgusting.
So I'm not asking if he ejaculated or anything else like that.
So it's
That wasn't my question.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's what I thought.
So my question is, did he put his penis in your vagina?
Right, yes.
Okay. Do you know... Okay. Sorry, that question. And that was when you were on the ground? Okay. And you said that he was pushing you down. What part of your body was being pushed down?
I don't remember.
Okay. So you said that you kind of came back up?
At some point, I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't want to give you wrong information about step by step about my body being violated. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's... Because then every time I have to keep saying to you, this is happening, and I have to say that to you again, and I have to say that to you again. It's difficult.
Okay. Was there anywhere else that you were penetrated?
No. What do you mean, in another area?
Yeah, anywhere else on your body?
With this penis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And then at some point it ended. Okay. What happened next after it ended?
So, but it didn't end at that direct moment, because remember Gannon comes in.
Okay, tell me about that.
Gannon comes in to jump on him.
Okay.
To kind of help me out.
Okay.
And so I don't remember anything but laying back, and I remember that I could hear that Gannon had came in.
Okay.
I could hear that he knew this is not what you're supposed to do.
That Gannon did?
Yeah, Gannon was aware that someone was trying to harm me.
Okay.
He might not have understood the complete in essence of it, but he understood someone was in our home and wasn't supposed to be doing what he was doing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, our home we're very open. We're always we talk about oh, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't do this until you're married. So,
okay.
So he's very aware of, that's not how things happen.
Sure.
In his mind. So he came in at that point in time. And then I do remember that Gannon was, I don't want to say thrown, but he can't jump on a big guy. That's a big guy to him.
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7, 8-ish is a big guy to him.
Sure.
Because he's full of something. And I don't remember from there. I just remember that Gannon tried to jump on him, and I remember Gannon was over here at this point in time, and then it was just kind of a blur about what happened. But I do remember after, when I say finish, I don't mean what you're asking me about ejaculating. I do remember when that was getting up, that it was a situation. So that was when he had the gun to Gannon afterwards, not necessarily at him, but had the gun and had Gannon.
Okay. Can you tell me more about that?
So I just know that in the way he had him was kind of not necessarily at a here. If I had a dummy to show you, it was more of a.
Do you have a?
Okay. So it was more of a just wrapped around. But Gannon didn't, when he recognizing the gun, he wasn't trying to at that point fight fight back to him. Okay. He was just crying to me to help him.
Okay.
And so that's why I made the decision to try to send the other kids somewhere else, because what if I would have ran for help at that point in time? I had every opportunity to run for help then.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm not a good enough shooter to or I really don't, to like run, go, feel like I'm going to shoot somebody, you know, because I don't, someone else has a gun too, you see what I'm saying? So I'm just not, my mind wasn't thinking that of trying to create harm if I made a dumb decision.
Okay.
And that was probably where I should have done some sneaky technique of, I thought about it after, I should have like gave Lena a letter, you know, or something like that and said, hey, go to the mailbox, take the neighbor's letter. Like, this is something I thought about after, but I didn't think about it in the time.
Okay.
Like in the time frame of doing it.
So when you were on the ground and Gannon came in, what do you remember hearing?
Him yelling.
What was he yelling?
Like he was yelling my name, like directed specifically at me, as in like...
Gannon was?
Yeah. Like,
what does he call you?
He goes, well, I just remember I told you about my name thing.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he called
So he
you.
was saying Tesha.
Tesha?
He was like saying, are you okay?
Okay.
And then that's when he realized I wasn't. Like, and I say I wasn't, but he realized I was kind of like in and out of it.
And what were you saying?
I was like immediately like doing, the first part was, doing the first time was doing the pushback, like get off of me, get off of me. So I wasn't,
and you said that?
But I wasn't communicating with Gannon.
Okay.
Like I wasn't saying, Gannon, go, you know, do this specifically, or like I didn't say like run, go do it. I didn't say anything like, directly that I recall.
Okay.
Now maybe I did, but that I recall wasn't specific directions, you know, to guide him in any direction. That was more of like a battle, but like a back and forth thing instead of being. But at that point, I do remember like when I was down and you kind of get like that little concrete where your head jars back a little bit. Right there, where your head jars back a little bit. It kind of made me a little like dizzy a little bit.
And was the man saying anything?
I don't remember anything but noises.
What kind of noises do you remember?
Noises.
I can't guess. That's the thing, right? So like I can't put words in your mouth. I can't guess. So I know like. Like, I'm sorry.
Like pleasure noises.
Pleasure noises?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, like pleasure noises, but like grunts and sounds.
Okay. And so he's making pleasure noises, and then Gannon comes in and yells your name. What does the man do?
I don't remember specifically. He just came and yelled my name, or if he jumped first, but...
Okay. What does the man do?
It was more of like a this, but he was still inside of me.
Okay.
So, kind of. I say kind of, but like, he's moving.
Okay.
So obviously, he's got to put more... like... You got to put more, like, force on your body.
Okay.
And that's just when I just started to cry. Because it was like a giving up. Kind of like a giving up type moment.
I'm sorry that you are upset by that.
And it was just... Because what, I mean, what are you supposed to do at that point?
Sure.
You could keep trying to fight, but they're already taking something from you that you only have personally with yourself.
Sure. Do you remember Gannon saying anything else other than your name?
I don't know. I know he was hollering help at some point, and I think that would have been when he had... I don't remember... Oh, gosh. I don't remember, like, anything other than... Oh, I think I feel like I remember the second... I think I remember around the second time of the battle he was saying, get off of her.
Okay.
But I don't... I'm telling you, when I tell you that, and I hope to God that you are never in that situation, but it's just almost like a blur because you're so disappointed in your, like, emotional feeling, like your self-worth.
Sure.
Like, and how you feel about yourself.
Sure.
You just feel like you're nothing.
What did you smell when this was happening?
I was going to say that to you. I forgot to, like earlier, and again, you didn't ask me that because I wasn't thinking about it. I could smell like a very strong, like paint, or like almost like a paint, like someone had been painting, or like they were around a house that might have had the drywall, almost like it was like a work smell.
Like you're doing this like the drywall. Are you talking about like paint or like the texture smell?
Yeah,
or?
like the powder of the drywall. You know how like you sand,
sure.
and it has like that smell. Like I could smell like that part on them, but I feel like at one point I thought I smelled alcohol.
Okay. And you said that your ex, Harley's dad, did drywall. So the drywall smell is something that you would be familiar with?
He would have did it a while ago.
Sure.
But I know, like, in our home and things like that, I don't want to say, like, know a lot about drywall, but just from being around the work sites growing up, I say growing up with him, I was young when I was with him, I remember a lot about, you know, like drywall in general. So,
sure.
I don't know if it's specifically drywall. It's more of like a sandpaper-ish type smell.
Okay.
Like
okay. Did you smell anything else? You said you smelled alcohol.
At one point, I remember smelling like not like a deep, strong alcohol smell, but I could have like a sense of alcohol, like a breath of it.
Sure. Sure.
Come up like aroma.
Okay.
And it kind of was like a, I don't know, like almost like a foodish, like a salsa type smell. I remember at one point.
Okay.
Like you kind of like you walk into a restaurant and it smells like some fresh tomatoes and like that.
Okay. What do you remember feeling on your back?
Just a couple of days before this, I have been having like a lot of lower back pains like already. So it took that like pain away, and it was almost like it was just like, because I'm getting pushed back but I'm straining, so it was almost like I felt a little bit of nerve, but I didn't feel it, like I didn't have any, hey, there's a back pain, oh, back to this. It wasn't like that. I knew that there was nerves being shifted or, you know, changed in some direction.
Okay.
That it was floor. So, I mean, kind of hard on the floor.
And just remind me, you went upstairs and told Lena to go away, basically, to keep her safe.
Right.
And then you came back down, and that was when he had Gannon, or he had Gannon before you did that?
You mean...
Like when you said that he had his arm wrapped around
Right. So once he had him, once I came back, because... So once I got up and whatever, there was the ring. Remember I told you about the motion and things? So he grabbed him then. He had him still when I came down, but...
He grabbed him then?
Right. Remember, the ring is what triggered, because there was the first ring that wasn't... There wasn't anybody on the ring, or there was no one there, because I think I went up and down, or maybe, I don't remember if I went up one time and down, or up one time twice. I don't remember exactly, but I remember there was 2 alerts, or 2 triggers to the door, you know, and I was like, yeah, so 2 triggers. I feel maybe it was 2 times, because the first time there was nobody there.
Okay.
There was no, something must have set it off. Yeah, so, and then there was this, Lena was the next trigger.
Okay.
But I knew the next one was Lena, because I knew the timing was almost perfect, and you can hear from our house when the bus hits its brakes.
Okay.
So I didn't have to go look at an app or anything with that, because I knew that, you know, the timing was just the same as normal. You know, that you can hear the bus is right there, you can hear, you know, kids are on their way, like that type of thing. And I knew it was Lena, and that was my first thing I open up, I let Lena in, you know, I had a conversation with her just like it was a normal day, but then that's when because I didn't want to be like, here, go. I did quickly say, here, go, whatever, but I wanted to not just open the door and be like, here, go right now.
Okay.
I had to at least make a 30-second, 1 minute, you know, maybe I'm exaggerating 1 minute, but 30-second dialogue.
Okay.
Of, here, I need you to go get the milk.
Okay.
Or here, go, you know, Daddy said go ride your bike, or,
sure,
you know, that type of thing. Because later on, you know, I knew she was going to have to eat snack at some point, and I figured just that later on she was just eating, I figured out another time she eat snack. I was worried about getting her, like, out and about that time. I'm sorry, I should have given her a note. I should have given her a note.
We don't, you know, we don't need to go into like what you should have done or shouldn't have done or anything else like that. You know, things are never perfect, and we can beat ourselves up for 100 years about things we should have done.
Right.
Right. Okay. So that's not. I'm not here to judge you or anything else like that. I'm here to understand what happened and try and gather as much as we can so that we can help you and we can help find Gannon.
Right.
Okay. When the attack was going on downstairs, you said you got hit? Your head got hit a couple of times. Were you hit anywhere else?
I don't. Are you asking like was I like punched or like?
Were you punched, slapped, kicked?
I don't remember. I don't remember being hit anywhere else.
Okay. Do you have any injuries?
I don't have like any specific injuries here because I was grabbing like this, like pushing up. Most of it was just like head. I don't want to say trauma, but head force on my head, and then the nerve in my like maybe spine or that part.
Okay. And then
I did like have like a little like this, that little cut like right there was like bleeding.
Okay.
And then my nails, I know they look crazy now, but they were, and then of course that was the burn mark, so that wasn't relevant. So my nails were like that because when I get nervous, you know, like I bite my nails or whatever. So, but that would have been from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go upstairs, tell Lena to go, and then you go back downstairs.
Right.
And he still has Gannon. What happens next?
So he still has Gannon. Hold on. Can I like be kind of try to
Yeah, do what you need to do.
So like he was the first time my body, and then he has Gannon, and I don't want to make sure he's not hurt, so I go upstairs, come back down. Oh, that's when he was asking. Well, he wasn't asking me. He was demanding different things. You know, he was demanding like. I probably didn't tell you that earlier, but I do remember that now.
Okay.
He was like demanding things from me. He was demanding me that I was not to say anything, that there would be consequences. He didn't say the word there would be consequences, but it was in a louder tone of direction of saying.
What exactly did he say?
I don't remember exactly. I just remember there was some sort of, you gotta make sure you don't tell anyone at the door, you know, and I had common sense enough to know if he had Gannon and has a gun that I'm not gonna make a stupid decision. So coming back down, at that point in time, I remember being like, what, like, I don't remember if I was necessarily pleading or asking. Gannon was saying help. I didn't have a weapon. I couldn't just go grab and he hurt him. So somehow, I don't remember exactly what, we end up being in it again. Like, being in a commotion again. And that's the second time that he was attempting to try. And that's when I kind of went completely on blackout, and I don't remember, you know. I remember I told you he was demanding different things, and I gave him a brown suitcase. I gave him a box that was in the room. He asked me, he demanded. the brown suitcase. Well, he didn't demand the brown one. He demanded a suitcase, and I just gave him the brown suitcase.
Okay.
And in my mind, I didn't know.
Can you describe the suitcase for me?
I don't remember. I just remember we have like 10.
Okay.
I just remember it's a brown.
Is it like a checked bag, a carry-on bag?
Yeah, maybe like 27 inches, maybe.
Okay.
Like,
so it's like one you would check, not one you would carry on.
No, you can't check 27. You can only check 20, 21. So
checked is the ones that like you give to them.
Right. It can't be over 21. Like spinners or whatever can't be over 20. It has to be over 21. It doesn't have to be over 21 check, but if it's over 21, it can't be a carry-on.
Right.
So the bigger, but
so it was a bigger one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'd say about 27.
Okay.
Inches or I say inches or whatever. And I thought he was gonna put things in our home in it, like take all of our stuff and like our anything that needed. I thought he was gonna like take the guns.
What did he do with it?
And take like I don't know. I provided what he asked for or demanded, and then we got into it again because there was yelling, and I don't remember what we were yelling about, but it was just anything I could do. If I give you this, take everything. Can we just whatever, and
okay. And you said that he wanted a box.
Yeah, he that was one of the things that I'm trying to remember all of it. And that's why I said I thought he was going to pack our like whatever there was in our home, because originally I didn't think that he was in our home to take. Remember I told you I didn't think he was in our home to take something because he was from a gun. But at that point I thought he was going to like clean us out. I say clean us out, take whatever he could.
Like steal things.
Yeah, like steal things from us, because you can, if you're in Morrison Ranch and you're like, oh, I'm going to the airport, but it doesn't look like you're walking out the front door with a TV, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was my mindset of like...
Oh, so you think that he was going to, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like what you're telling me is you thought he was going to take stuff from your house and put it in the suitcase in the box and make it look like he was going to the airport. Yeah, like not like he was stealing from you.
Yeah, and I don't want to say specifically the airport, but like it looked like to
going
make
to
it
travel.
Yeah, so like in my mind I'm just thinking he's about to clean this out, but I don't really care. Take everything.
Sure.
That he wants to take. That was like in my mindset, and then I remember there was like talking or yelling, or I don't remember how we got to part. The second part, but I remember he wasn't able to, and of course between all that, I mean, I wasn't running around naked. I had to put my pants back on.
Sure.
And and that was a awful feeling. Like, I mean, it wasn't like, I just ran upstairs and I had to, like put myself back together.
What do you mean by put yourself back together?
Like my pants. Like I couldn't. If I would have showed up at the front door or whatever with Lena or anyone, I mean, I do like walk around in like shorts and all that. But I'm saying like it would have been, and like you said, we're not going to go on what I should have done, but it could have put off alarm to this is what you need or whatever. But this is my daughter. Is it okay if I just let her?